Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be watching. Dragon Lucifer is back with another video from Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. We're doing some lit cars today. We got Toyota Supra and then that VW we had in the last episode, if you guys remember that. Nice little TRD offering here from the lit mod. So we'll take a look at this and go through the various stuff. Nice little right-hand drive car. But we'll go ahead and move this into the lifter, and then we'll go grab the Volkswagen and deal with that one. Now, we did take a look at this car a little bit the other time that we were here. Actually got down in it, took a look. Nice little lit edition. Definitely an interesting one. So this one should be ready to go right into the shop. Should already have all this other stuff taken care of. So these are the two we're going to do today, guys. Looks like we got quite a bit of work to do. I think we're going to start kind of torn. I really want to see what the Supra's got to offer. So let's go to the tablet real quick and let's actually check out the stuff. Now, I do have a couple other mods to play with. I've seen a couple of them. We got the Hudson Hornet, 1952. A little bit of a car's back up there. We do have the 46 Ford. Still sitting here, the F50. We also got a 75 Bronco Mark I, little big Ole Bronco type build there. So we do have a few more mods. They've been coming out with some stuff. I've been quietly just picking them up while we're doing our Junkyard Simulator stream. So, you know, that's kind of where we're at. But definitely looks like we got some good looking stuff in here. I believe, if I'm right in my positioning, might have some Fast and the Furious parts in here too from the original Fast and Furious. Definitely the taillights. Yeah, it looks like it. This is the diffusers. I think it's this one here. Bumper D. Might be bumper D on the front too. Definitely the side skirts and stuff. Yeah, it looks like we got a full Fast and Furious complement in here, which is nice. Definitely something we'll take a look at and play with. I'm not remembering if it's D or... Yeah, it should be D. I think it's D. I don't know. I have to look at some pictures. But I can do that on my phone while I'm working on the car, right? As far as the Volkswagen goes, where is it? The Bora. Sorry. I have to change my stream title. I got my L's and my R's mixed up. So, as far as this one goes, looks like pretty much the same thing. Nice little tuner setup. We'll pretty much be able to figure out what parts we need just based on what we have. That Volkswagen's pretty complete, so... Yeah, ought to be pretty interesting. I believe car part 2 is going to be our, like, roll cage type thing. Body kit here, you know. We have a few stuff that's modified, but we don't have a lot of good images, so I do want to kind of take the Toyota apart first. It's like a B front bumper. We're not working with much. I picked this up from the salvage auction, so we're starting kind of from scratch. We're not doing a real fancy complete car. We're just going to go ahead and, you know, work our way through. Gives us a little more freedom to kind of do what we want with the car. Strip it down, get all the stuff off of it, get everything repaired. And then kind of go back on to, you know, what we're actually looking at. But, yeah, let's get this thing welded up and... see if there's any missing parts. I don't think there is. Well, it's like, yeah, about $3,200 worth of freaking welding. So what I am hoping is that we actually have the, I don't think the Bora needs welding. No, I already took care of the welding on that, so. Place the equipment back. We'll take a look at everything here. Looks like it's some intercooler parts. This is a turbo car, so. Definitely a good thing there. We will restore these parts, even though we're probably going to just kind of piecemeal stuff together. Just because, why not? Some of the stuff like the doors and stuff, we probably don't need to, you know, replace. Same thing with the taillights. The blacked out Super taillights are probably fine. So are the stock front headlights. But stuff like the fenders and stuff, I'm not sure if we're going to run into any issues, so... we'll go ahead and throw the restoration down, see if we can actually get everything taken care of, and go from there. I hope everybody's doing well. Take a little bit of a break from Junkyard Simulator since we've kind of reached that point. The game needs an update. little more content before we go any further. That being said, I am truly enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. Looks like we had a fair number of views on the video yesterday, so that was a good thing. But yeah, let's take a look at what we got going on here. As far as the tablet goes, we're doing the Supra, not the Bora. So I'm pretty sure it's that wing, but okay, so doors were definitely a good idea. Fenders look like they're pretty well factory replaced. I think it's D. I think this is the Road Boy mod. This is definitely the hood. Because it's the, what do you call it? The 3000 series hood. Grab that. Spoiler. Yeah, it's like the 3000 GT or whatever. I believe it's bumper B. No, it's bumper D. Definitely bumper D. There's the canards on it. As far as the fenders go, I don't know. Let's go with... I think D's going to be our best bet across the board with that stuff. Grab our glass. We didn't have a trunk. I think we got a few here. Now, in the movie, the car actually did have the Toyota logos on the trunk, so it wasn't completely stripped. So let's go see. Let's double check here. No, let's go with this one, the stock one. It's got the Supra logo on it, which is probably pretty close to being accurate. All right, let's grab the proper parts. Get this bird put back together. We'll need a left front fender. So, that's something we need to look at. Right, left. But hopefully everybody's doing well this morning. At least where I'm at, it's still morning. A little brisk. I will say that. Yep, that looks like the right one. Our big old boat tail wing on the back of it. Make it look all nice and tunered. Our doors. Forgot a body window on the other side, didn't I? No. Gotta get that glass in. And I think I didn't grab the mirror. No, I got the mirror. Alright. Alright. There we go. Now we're talking. Alright. Let's get this let's get these parts off. Looks like we already got all four wheels, I think. We did buy it from an auction, so yep, it looks like we got all four wheels. Now we will probably replace those with the I guess a stock. The movie car had, I think, 5 spokes on it. So we'll look at the 5 spokes, see if we can find any that, you know, match. But definitely 4-wheel disc brakes, cross-drilled and slotted, you know, the whole 9 yards. We're going to take care of this car. Now don't worry, I've got all my titles and everything saved and everything, so when we, if I run across another one of the variant Mustangs, I'm kind of just waiting, I'm looking for one of the other variants before I get, you know, another episode going with that, so it's kind of where we're at on that. We only have the drag version right now, and I need to find another one, so that's why that challenge is on hold. We will get through it. Look like Diesel got about 3,000 horsepower out of the drag car, so that should be interesting to see what we can get out of it. But anyways, it's one of those things. We'll have to probably buy a bunch of rubber bushings for this car, that's for sure. But we'll get this one taken care of. Hopefully Lit took the time, if he got the actual right bumpers in the mod, which it looks like he did, he actually took the time to do the Fast and the Furious vinyl. I know there is a couple on the workshop for the Sakura, so hopefully his Supra mod has one as well, or he just kind of borrowed it from the Sakura and recoded it. It should be fine. We'll get the car looking the way it's supposed to look and get it all nice and purdied up. Nice drag tires on it, you know, get it ready for race wars. But, anyways. Starting with the rear end right now, just because reasons. It's just was the closest, honestly, and I didn't really feel like jumping all the way to the front. We'll get the engine ripped out of it and everything, get it over to the top. We're going to have to buy a bunch of parts anyways, so good thing we got an engine that's basically empty, because when we start getting into performance parts, we're going to have to, you know, buy a bunch of stuff anyways, so at least now we're starting with a lot smaller shopping list for parts that we could have restored, and we'll just have a bunch of parts that, you know, we'll have to buy out anyways, so. Anyways, good to be back, though. Honestly, didn't realize how much I actually missed this game, tooling around in Junkyard Simulator for a few days. Definitely, a lot different creature. Having to do the restorations on those junkyard cars the way we were doing them with the grinder and stripping paint and then putting paint back on with sandblaster and stuff. You know, it's kind of welcome just to be able to, you know, point and click type thing and take it easy for a day. These aren't bad, but I believe this style of rim was actually on the RX-7 in the movie. I don't remember the exact model, you know, but anyways, do a little Paul Walker tribute car today, and then take care of that Volkswagen, which, yeah, I guess I could have seen, you know, one of the guys in there running it, you know, depending on the street crew. Got some shock absorber A's we got to deal with. But yeah, we got a very incomplete engine, and you know, that's fine with me right now. Interesting positioning on the steering rack, too. I actually wish we could store more cars in the garage area. I probably would have had the at least the Bronco snatched up. But once we clear this, I'll go ahead and go back over to the auction and pick up like the Bronco and stuff. We'll get all those taken care of. So we'll have all the mod cars. Mod developers keeping up on stuff, keeping us entertained. Gotta just give them props. Big hat tip to those guys. Yeah. Even when we take a couple of weeks off or whatever, a couple days here and there, just to kind of give the game a chance to kind of reset and recycle. It is nice to see the mod developers come in and, you know, keep throwing down the mods for everybody. I did notice after playing this, not playing this for a few days though, that the game itself seemed to kind of change up a little bit, I guess is what you call it. It's the loading and stuff and the different mod packs seem to be loading a little differently. So, probably should taking that out with a hoist. No way I can put it on the thing, but I know what it is, so it's an inline 6 turbo. We'll just create a new engine and we got the parts. No big deal. Sit here and build ourselves a 10-second car. Right? Bad we didn't have a drag strip. That'd be nice. Get an actual drag strip with a time clock. Now, I'm sure knowing these, manufacturer points and everything else, there's probably some car parts that add roll cages and stuff, but we'll see. May not be able to get it complete, but we'll try. Oh. Save that one. Luckily it didn't drop below 15%. That was rough. Oh, we're up to the trans. Nice. Means we got front end parts and then the obvious, which is the engine block. And you'll get all our performance parts and our throttles, turbos, pistons. I'm just not having a good day, am I? I'll blame it on the fact that we spent like 4 days working on Junkyard Simulator and my timing's a little off, right? That'll be a good way to do it. Back to when we were just starting out trying to learn the minigame, right? Alright, just throw brake light on. Okay, you create new engine. This engine. Yeah, just real quick, I want to check and see if we have a... No, don't look like we have a roll cage option, but that's fine. Part mount, let's get the engine block back on here. Alright. Still got a performance alternator, so that's good. Should still have the crankshaft for it. What? What power steering pump is that? Hang on, these are just regular connecting rod pistons, okay. I4, alright. Back to the tablet, let's go through and just make sure we grab everything. Start at the bottom. i6. Turbo, alright. You don't remember how many throttles we need? I think it's just one. Grab one. Grab our 6 plugs. I know we need an intercooler, but I think it's a large intercooler. 6 pistons. Power steering pump, I have no idea. We'll grab it as we go. Ignition wires, it doesn't look like we have anything right off the bat. So, it's kind of like the intake manifold. We'll see what it is. I think it's actually that one. The intake manifold A for the V6B, but I'm not sure. Kind of weird. Could be an interesting little creature. Fuel rail, we do have, okay. I believe this is coil packs, so make sure you have 6 of those coil packs. That's why we don't have plugs, the coil packs. Duh. Fuel pump, fuel filter. Got the rail, grab the flywheel. Turbo exhaust. There it is. Okay. Gotta find a head. There it is. Nice. I don't know what camshaft it's gonna run, so we'll go ahead and just call that aside. Ooh, 4% ceramic carbon. Yes. Let's get 4 of those. We've been using the 3.5s, the cross-drilled and slotted, but let's do the ceramic carbon on here. I think that'll be kind of fun. And air filter we'll deal with when we get there. In here we'll need some kind of cam gears. Like I said, I don't know what camshafts we're going to need either. There's probably just a stock turbo camshaft for this. It's not probably a special one. I don't know, though. I don't see one, so we'll have to see what it actually wants. I know we need camshaft caps, but I have no idea how many. I'm going to grab 12. And we'll go from there. Bearing. That's always something we need. Oh, yeah. We need a head cover, too. Get that in a second. Grab a couple of crankshaft bearing caps, because, you know, I need those. Head cover A. Head cover B. There's a good way to look. Let's see what the intake, if the intake manifold actually pops up underneath the stock ones. It does have a dual overhead cam turbo. We'll grab that intake manifold because I didn't see one for the other side. Probably a large intercooler in that car too. I'll grab an i6 oil filter and turbo oil pan. Piston rings, we need 6. Should be a radiator, right? I don't know what fan housing is, so we'll hold off on that. Six rod caps. Okay. Serpentine Belt A, Serpentine Belt B. There it is. Okay. I don't know what timing it's going to use. Probably the i6B. So it's one of those you kind of got to piece parts together as you go because you can't really just look at the thing. It does have this timing cover though, so grab that. I don't know what that's going to allow for because it doesn't really call out. I mean, if you guys are seeing it, I'm not. Just yell at me. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right, water pump. That was what we needed. Don't see one. Oh, no. I probably just need a regular water pump pulley, but the water pump, I don't know. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's start with that and go from there. All right, it's an I4 power steering pump. So that's where we need to be back in here. Oop, power steering pump, I4. There we go. Right on. It's an I4? Really? Oil filters, an I4 for an I6? Whatever. Seems like a bad flow gate reason thing. But we'll get there. Okay. Oh, pulley. Alright. Pistons with connecting rods. Get these in. Nice little short screws, too. These rod caps are definitely a lot nicer than some of the long ones, the V8s we've been building lately. So I don't think we're going to get a ton of horsepower out of this engine, but, you know, we'll do what we can. I may have seriously underestimated how many bolts were in these camshafts, too. We grabbed like 6 of the ones for, or 12 of those, and I think we might have needed more. Alright, yeah. Okay, let's get the plugs in. Get stuff we know we have. And we'll go back and buy the miscellaneous parts. Big old bad turbo set. Alright. Yeah, we're going to double check the performance section, but I don't think we have any of that stuff. Camshafts. No. BUT. And intake manifolds. No. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Duh. Two of these. Whatever the camshaft gear is that I'm going to grab. 6 more of these, just for the sake of argument. Yeah. This could be a belt drive timing set, too. I have no idea. Seems almost tragic putting this stock intake on here. Then again, the Supra was good for like 1,000 horsepower on the stock internals, so The engine was built for like ridiculous standards. Couldn't survive Japanese emission laws, but yeah, the engine would put a ton of power out until the Japanese emission laws shut it down. I thought I grabbed the throttle, but I guess I didn't. There's like 10 of these too. Wow. Try to grab the extra 6. It's probably a coil cover for this too, I would assume. Yeah, it kind of irritates me that I don't have the throttle. I thought I bought it. Oh, I didn't grab the turbo throttle. I got the stock throttle. That was my fault. Okay, stock cam gears. Ah, see? Belt drive. Alright, yeah, there is a coil cover, timing covers, idler rollers that have got to go in here. Okay. So I got a coil cover A and a timing cover A. Coil cover. There you go. Now, me personally, if it was my car, I'd leave the coil cover off the car because reasons. But I-4 pulley. Yeah. Nose is itching today. I don't know why. Might have okay, so belt tensioner and an I-4 TAE fan. Got to have special parts for the fan, right? The belt tensioner, which makes perfect sense. All right. Let's go grab our lift. Put our beast back in the car. Get off there. Yes. All right. Actually, I have the reservoir. Fuse base, nice. Okay. Servo. We have a battery. ABS pump, so I got some brake stuff we gotta buy. Alright. Brake stuff. Servo. Electronics store. I need to be in here anyways. Module. Pump. Alrighty, let's see what we got. 431 221. Not sure what starter this thing's going to take. It should take just a regular stock starter, but it might take a starter V8. Just thinking about it. Kind of getting that future thought process going as we get the engine put back together. Yeah, those little 100 amp fuses in these cars were notorious for being a problem. Not so much in the 90s ones, but the 80s versions of these cars, that 100 amp fuse was always a nightmare. Pain in the neck to work on. Never actually stayed, it would short out all the time. I don't know if it was just a bad contact problem or what. I never could find the issue. Worked on a couple of those. Ended up just bypassing it and throwing a nice piece of SO cable in there and bolting it to the fuse box. Made a basic permanent link between it and there was no fuse. But yeah, the 100 amp fuse in this car basically runs all the internal electronics. All the dash lights and ignition switch and all that stuff. So yeah, if that thing blows out, you're pretty much screwed. The car doesn't move. So not one you want to have a problem with. All these fluids done. That way we don't have to look at this part of the car again. We can just go and, throw the intercooler in and the stuff underneath and call it good. Alright, that engine is complete. Isn't it pretty? Huh. Get this beastie up in the air. Ooh, it has a medium intercooler in it. That's interesting. Alright. Medium. Front exhaust section B. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think I had one of those. But if that's the case, do I have a performance one? Because, yeah. There's a B. Is that what I asked for? Yeah, front exhaust section B. Huh. I mean, it makes sense, but whatever. Well, we're in here. It's got a caddy on it, and it probably has middle muffler, and I believe that's an overhead valve V8. No, maybe not. We got exhaust pipe and rear muffler V8. Okay. Exhaust pipe. Hey, that's not the right one. Hang on. There it is. Get that nice steel catback exhaust in there, all stainless. Nice and pretty. Shiny. Ooh. ECU up there, too. Okay, it is a Type A. Okay. Okay, we can make that work. We're going to need more rubber bushings. Alright, so, first things first, where's our Type A ECU before I forget it? suspension parts, this part. Let's hold this button down for a while. I buy these at groups of 50 and you'd think I'd have enough. Nope. I have no idea. Rear sway bar and front sway bar. I think it's just regular front sway bar. And I don't know which rear one it is, so we'll get a few of the parts in here and there, and we'll go from there. Ooh, fancy. Carbon ceramic brakes. Yeah, this thing ought to stop on a dime. Alright, rear shock absorber A's, or front shock absorber A's are going to require assembly. Just get those done now. I don't think I have inlay case? No. I do not. Okay, that side's officially done. Flip over here. Start with the parts that we normally would just be adding last, we'll add first. Alright. Gonna need more wheel hub bearings. Carbon ceramic brakes. They're like F1 car brakes on this thing. It's ridiculous. Okay. Wow, we're in here though. Just thinking about this. While it's fresh in my head. Probably should have grabbed a fuel tank. I kind of screwed that up, didn't I? No. Housing. Upper suspension arm. Shock absorber A. That's what I needed to know. Alright. End lengths. I have a gas tank. Alright, that's the rear. And now let's get the hubs and stuff in place, and we'll be good. Now. Alright. So, we need a transmission, and oh, good question. Which transmission is it? Just curious. I6 dual overhead cam. Yeah. Oh, there it is. SMRT. Yeah, I thought it was a stock starter. Turns out it was. No. Stock starter. Okay. Now, I want to look at real quick is, do we have something similar to the 5-spokes that were on that car? We can restore the rims that are on it and just use those if we need to, but just wanted to see. It was similar to these 5-spokes, but it had the studs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Definitely wasn't the Kragers. I mean, rim moderns would be pretty close, but I don't think they're close enough. I think we can get away with these. That's fine. Didn't tell me what one it was. 255 3519s. Must have some tires for something else that I can install together. I have no idea. I haven't cleaned out my rims in a while, I guess. Which means you're going to have to be careful when we put stuff back together. Alright. So I'll go ahead and just restore these, because I can't find ones that are closer. And we haven't gotten a rim DLC or anything that go with upgrading and expanding that, so... Alright. Some Atlantas, I guess. Oh, it's because I still have the stock tires or something, that's why. Ooh, going all the way around the clock this time. These don't look bad, honestly. They're not the tires I would have chosen for this, but they don't look bad. Alright. Take her to the test path and get her straightened out. And we'll get her purdied up. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No liveries? Oh, it's fine. Okay. So... Shade darker? It don't matter. We can paint it the right color. And I think it needs to be just a hair darker. Eh. Back up to 81. I like 81. Alright. We'll get it close. Alright. We gotta do the interior. Got a leather 4D and steering wheel 12. We're gonna... Leather 4D is fine for the seat, but... I think. It's... Yeah, that's okay. The steering wheel bothers me. We're going with an 8 because that's probably closer to what was in the car. Obviously without the nitrous buttons and stuff, but... And let's go for the pair of seat leather 11s. little more race spec on it. Okay. Interior. Assemble. Oop. Get too many spare parts laying around when it comes to interior parts. Assemble. I don't know what bench that is. Of course, the Supra bench. Yeah, it makes sense. Obviously, I'd like to leave it out, but, you know, we can't, so. Alright, let's take her over to the Dynojet real quick. Baseline almost 600 horsepower, so let's see what we got when we're done. I would expect it to be over 1,000. Wow. 280 or 826, but you see right here where the power band for the turbo and the torque dropped off and it really just screwed up. That's basically some fine engine tuning that could be done normally. Obviously not going to be done now, but because the game doesn't allow for it. But let's take out this. Look at this interior. Yep. It's got a tape deck in it. Looks like a Supra. These cars were very, very closed in. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but the cabins were definitely, you know, pretty much only cared about the information for the driver, which was, you know, I guess important. Oh, I'm too tall for the car, so it kind of sucks. I can't actually own one because I'd have to drive with the target top off, which would suck. But let's take a look at what we got in the end. Yeah, I think that will end up being a perfect color. Body kit looks right. Oh, we could go faster. But for right now, I think it's okay. Keep that one on the back burner, and then we'll see about, I don't know, I might import the livery from the Fast and Furious freaking Sakura Supra that's on the workshop over to the Toyota Supra and see if that works. Yeah, a little slight correction. Then again, we could get an update, you know. So pretty good. You know, mod developers are pretty good about adding stuff in when people ask for it. So, off to parking it goes. Got enough parking spaces, might as well not sell any cars anymore. We don't really need to. Alright, now. Onward to the next one. Now this thing's got a lot of extra parts on it. Just saying. It's also a four-door. It's kind of like a Jetta. So, you know, kind of another Fast and Furious type car. It's not quite a Jetta, but it's kind of a Jetta. I don't know what car part that is that's there, so I can't actually hit it. So that's interesting. Maybe just the way it's framed in, too. Alright. This car is going to require some draining of fluids, so let's just get them taken care of now. Didn't really prep this one. very similar suspension design on this one, which is fine. Some of this stuff out of the way. Fuse box is definitely in the way of seeing what we can actually see here. Uh, 221 431. Okay, so pretty much the same fuse box as the Supra, which I guess is fine. Slightly different positioning for sure, but I expect it's a front engine, front wheel drive, so some of the stuff's going to be similar, but not all of it. Okay, is there anything else in here? No? Alright. Throw bass back in. Let's do the electronics right now. Because I loathe the fuse box being like the last part. It's so annoying. Just put it back in now and then we can restore the car and forget about it for a minute. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. All right. Do a little repair work here. Jumped the gun on that one. Good thing it didn't go red. Alrighty. Yeah, I kind of knew it had it. Ooh, I4 air filter. Well, that makes sense. Alright. Couple of small intercoolers. Yeah. Car's got a roll cage and sport tires. Now, see, these wheels I don't mind on this. The blackouts, those are nice. Really? She has some fairly new parts in this car just because of where I bought it from, but it's not complete for sure. It's interesting it's also all-wheel drive. Took me a second to realize that, but yeah, it is all-wheel drive. Now, traditionally, like shock absorber A's like that would have, what do you call it? Bolts on the top. They wouldn't all be bolted to the bottom. Oh, it's one of those. Alright. It would be mounted on the bottom, but it wouldn't be completely mounted on the bottom. Would have stabilizing and adjustment points at the top where you could actually change the shock position a little bit from the top of the car. If you look underneath the hood of your normal car, probably, if it's a modern car and it was built recently, you probably have already seen that kind of, the suspensions cap sitting through the top of the hood, or through the top of the firewalls. That's what I'm pretty much talking about. Most new cars actually have that, so... Oh, come on, get rid of it. I don't know why I didn't take the cross member out. Just blanked it. Oh, it's because that stupid transmission and that starter kind of got me frustrated, because I was like, really? It has to be one of those. You can't take the engine out without removing the transmission, and then the transmission has to be an up and down thing with the engine bay. Of course, then again, I haven't worked on a lot of V8s in the Car Mechanic Simulator game, so maybe just not used to the inline fours, transverse mounted ones. So that could be the problem too. Just not used to it. Okay then. At least I don't have to fix the fans. The stuff on here is actually nice enough that we can save a few bucks on parts. Well, I mean, relatively. I don't have to buy brand new, brake boosters and stuff like we did on the Supra. Which kind of is helpful. Yeah, I think most of the suspension parts were actually pretty close to 100%, or at least the high 70s, so they should go faster. Not a lot of rusty parts in this car. It was basically almost showroom condition. And then I go and break something, right? Oh, it shall be easy. Big, nice, giant green things. I hit the one red in the entire thing. This starter's going to take like every piece, isn't it? Really? Yeah. Alrighty, before I pull anything else, I think it's time to clear out the old inventory here. A lot of parts that are just hot garbage, so should get rid of almost everything. We still have the 15-inch Atlantis here, and then whatnot. Just sell off the rest of those parts. We don't really need to lay them anyways. Got so many stock brake rotors, it's just dumb at this point. Hopefully I can fix a bunch of these caps. I don't want to buy them. Probably be able to fix the camshafts too, but those we might be able to buy performance models. Come on. It's such a weird window. Think there's injectors? No. Alright. Find the idler roller that's holding everything in place. Come on. There they are. And you had have fuel rails in it. Okay. Off to the engine place to do the engine things. So many performance parts for I4B, so should be okay on that. A lot of throttles and stuff. Kind of a mismatched little engine. Have V6 parts on it, I4 parts on it. It's technically an I4. It's just, yeah. But the less parts we gotta fix, the better we are, right? To replace all these little caps and stuff, it means we can spend more time in the performance window and less time in the stock window. Just have to grab some belts and, you know, tensioners and whatnot, but not too much crazy stuff. Alternators, tons of stock ones. Same with fuel filters. Okay. Tune shop, alternator, check. 4 more of the ceramic brake frickin' rudders. Camshaft I4Bs. Engine head for an I4B. It's this one. I believe it's an I4B exhaust manifold too. Interesting. Or the fuel rails, fuel filter. I'm running out, and I don't like getting when I run out. It makes my head hurt. 4 of those. It is a V6B throttle, I know that. And then the turbo for, I believe, the I4, so should be right. Oh. I4B power steering pump. I thought I grabbed one. Oh, I guess I didn't. I grabbed one for a stock i4. That was my bad. There we go. Yep. Yep. Bearing caps in. We'll deal with the pistons. I don't know what Serpentine Belt is. Yikes. Well, whatever. Figure it out in a minute. Sure, once the cams are back in, it'll be like, oh, it's this one. It'll be like, oh, yeah, that one. I forgot. Alright. And next set. Whoa! Camshaft caps didn't repair. I think we need 8. Hey, look at that. It's kind of weird that the turbo, I lost my thought of train. Oh, that the turbo and intake gases aren't piped to each other. I mean, they should be through the intake manifold, but it just seems kind of odd. Alright. Cam gears. Cam gear B. Cam gear A. Timing chain for an I4B. Cover. Alright, so it should be the crank pulley. And Serpentine Belt B for an I4B. Yep. Idler roller. And throttle system. Thanks. Alright. Turn this back over to the old Volkswagen. Out of the way. So Res A, ECU A, and an air filter. A, air filter. Fluids. Yeah, good thing we don't have to put, like clutch fluid or transmission fluid into the car. That'd be horrifying, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure on that one. That was like really fast, so. It helps if I actually remember which freaking part I was looking at, right? Steering rack, tie rod, steering knuckle. Cover. Alright, body parts. Links. Bar B. Front sway bar. Air caps for springs. Zoom! Okay. So the exhaust system on this car is going to be interesting because I have no idea what it actually is going to all end up being. I think there's a chunk of it missing, to be honest. Front bus section A. Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah. Oh boy. Almost got this side back together. Seems awful overkill, actually, if I think about it. This engine's not going to produce a lot of power. These brakes are more on here just because this car has fancy roll cages. And if you're going to look the part, you better look the part. There. Just so done with that. There wasn't even a wheel I could put on to join parts with that. It was just a bit of like a glitch. Just because I had 3 stock rims. Okay. 225, 30, 20. Low profile. Alright. Now you gotta add in all the body parts, I guess, that we need. Okay. Could go to the Jetta. It's basically a Jetta. Car part 3. This one. Right door. Can you do the comfort lines? That's the body kit on the left door, so let's go body kit on our right door. No, it's the comfort line body kit one. I don't know. We're kind of just picking and choosing parts at this point. Got a big old dumb spoiler too. Why not? I think it's that one. That was not the right side skirt. Part 3. I think it's this one. Ow. Yeah. Yep, that looks okay. Let's go straighten it up, see what we got. Alright, so the factory color is dark. This is the livery that was on it, and I'm okay with that. I think it looks okay. I'm not too sure I like the bra, but it is a nice effect. Forgot to put the stupid grill in the car, so I had to repaint it. Oh, it was a waste of $1,000. Whatever. Probably to look just fine with a blacked out grill, but whatever. Happens. Alright. I was gonna say. Forgot to put the starter in. Oh, wait a moment. Not bad. We'd have to do the interior yet, but... Damn it. Before we do that, see what the assemble mode is. Just a seat? Nah. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I haven't been putting license plates in these cars because they're just going to parking lot anyway, so. Been skipping that step on these last two. I won't make a habit out of it. These two, just I felt like being lazy. Alright. Yep, that's Volkswagen. They definitely got acceleration, and you can see the all-wheel drive in it. Well, they said those new brakes were supposed to do, they had made a patch note about they actually made the brakes effect better. So yeah, you can tell with the four-wheel disc carbon ceramic brakes, that thing stops quick. 150 to 0 in a few hundred feet, that ain't bad. But I think ship that off parking. Check something here. We are pretty much at the 2-hour mark, guys. Don't really see any reason to grab anything else. Let's do an auction run real quick and get a look at that, yeah, Roadrunner. Yeah, we still got the drag car out here. Let's do an auction run real quick. We'll, go take a look and see if we can, spot one of those Ford Broncos that's out there. Maybe a Hudson or something. We'll pick up a couple of cars for tomorrow, either tomorrow or the next day's build. I'm not sure I'm going to do a Destiny showcase for this week with This Week in Destiny. I don't know if it's really worth it. Regrettably, we've reached that point where Destiny's kind of like, oh yeah, you could take 2 weeks off and no, you wouldn't really miss anything because there's not a lot happening. It doesn't look like we got any in there, so What's a lit edition? So we did the TRD version. And a lit edition is not much different. A little bit different here and there. About the only thing I see that's different is the Targa top. On the lit edition, they've actually got the Targa open, which is interesting. Otherwise, it looks pretty much the same. Don't see anything in here either. I mean, he has his logo on the radio, which, fine. Yeah, its only thing is the Targa top, which that would have been kind of cool to do with the orange paint, but not necessary. Car status on this, see if it's got any other. Nah, 601 horsepower. It's slightly got more horsepower than the last one. So it would have been pushing a little harder, but overall I think we're fine. Not something we needed to grab. So, anyways, we'll take a look again. We'll reload the tongue's all tied up. Car auction and see if we can spot one of those Broncos. I mean, kind of where we're at. Broncos are cool cars too, so they're a little sketchy with the wheelbase in some of the years, but nah, Broncos are pretty cool trucks. I guess for the Chevy boys out there, it'd be a K5. But they're both pretty cool. They're pretty much the same vehicle anyways, but obviously different manufacturers, but same idea. The rear end is basically removable, and you end up with a convertible, basically. Kind of cool, but yeah, it's the Holden. I didn't see a Hudson in there either. So, yeah, I probably screwed up and didn't grab the cars I should have grabbed when I seen them. So I'll have to do some auction hunting for the Hudson and the Bronco, but anyways, guys, I am going to wrap this up for today. Kind of see what's what and go look through the different workshops and stuff, see if anything new's come out. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the stream, then comments, likes, subscriptions are always great, notifications, all that fun stuff. You guys know the drill. I hate having to repeat it all the time. Trust me, I do, but you know, we're a small channel. We gotta beg and plead with everybody, I guess. Trust me, I don't like doing it. But, anyways, we will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I may do a Destiny playthrough, just depending on how I'm feeling. Been fighting some pretty drastic weather changes where I'm at, and you know, the up and down temperatures are not doing too good on the old sinuses. But if I'm feeling it and just want to have a light day, I might do Destiny. If we want to do some more car mechanicing or something like that, we can do that. We also have Junkyard Simulator we can fall back on if we need to. I'm not sure what else we need to do in Junkyard Simulator. But other than, like, figuring out why I can't get the cars, you know, to the workshop. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of look a couple more times here. But I don't want to have to make you guys wait for anything. We're probably going to do another restoration anyways. I am Dragon Lucifer, and I will see you guys next time.